The year is 1590. The world is on the cusp of great change, with explorers and settlers venturing into unknown territories, driven by dreams of discovery and conquest. A ship arrives on the shores of Roanoke Island. The crew, filled with anticipation and hope, disembarks, expecting to reunite with their fellow colonists. Instead, they find an empty village. Buildings stand silent, as if frozen in time. Possessions lie untouched, eerily preserved. The air is thick with questions. Where are the colonists? What happened to the 115 men, women and children who called this place home? Families, friends and entire lives seem to have vanished overnight. This is the story of the Lost Colony of Roanoke, one of history's most enduring mysteries. A tale that has puzzled historians, archaeologists and enthusiasts for centuries. The Roanoke colony, established in 1587, represented the dream of a permanent English settlement in the New World. It was a bold venture, filled with promise and potential. It promised riches and a new life. The settlers believed they had found a land of opportunity where they could build a future for themselves and their descendants. But the dream would soon turn into a nightmare. The settlers faced numerous hardships, from harsh weather and scarce resources to conflicts with indigenous peoples. Fear and confusion began to take hold. The colonists vanished without a trace, leaving behind a mystery that continues to haunt us centuries later. Theories abound, from assimilation with local tribes to secret relocation or even supernatural forces. Yet the truth remains elusive, a ghostly whisper from the past. Modern archaeologists and historians continue to search for answers, digging through layers of history in hopes of uncovering clues. Each artifact, each piece of evidence brings us a step closer to understanding what truly happened. Among the few clues left behind was the word Croatoan carved into a post. Was it a sign, a message, or a clue to their fate? The mystery deepens with every discovery. As the sun sets over Roanoke Island, the story of the lost colony remains a poignant reminder of the fragility of human endeavors and the enduring allure of the unknown. The vanished colony continues to captivate our imagination, a testament to the enduring human spirit and the mysteries that lie just beyond our reach. The colony's governor, John White, had left for England just months after its founding. He was determined to secure more supplies and additional settlers to ensure the survival and growth of the fledgling colony. His granddaughter, Virginia Dare, had just been born, the first English child born in the New World. Her birth was a symbol of hope and new beginnings for the settlers. He expected to return quickly with supplies and more settlers. The plan was to bring back enough provisions to last through the harsh winters and to bolster the colony's numbers. But England was at war with Spain. The conflict, known as the Anglo-Spanish War, consumed much of England's resources and attention. This delayed his return for 3 long years. Each passing day filled him with increasing anxiety about the fate of his family and the settlers he had left behind. When he finally arrived back at Roanoke, he was met with an eerie silence. The bustling activity he had left behind was replaced by an unsettling stillness. The once bustling village was deserted. Houses stood empty. The paths were overgrown, and there was no sign of life anywhere. There were no signs of struggle or violence. It was as if the settlers had simply vanished into thin air, leaving behind their belongings and dreams. The only clue was a single word carved into a post-Croatoan. This cryptic message left John White with more questions than answers. What had happened to the settlers? Had they moved to Croatoan Island, or had something more sinister occurred? The mystery of the lost colony of Roanoke remains unsolved to this day, a haunting reminder of the challenges and uncertainties faced by the early settlers in the New World. Imagine the scene. White, desperate to find his family, searched frantically for any sign of life. The colonists had agreed on a pre-arranged signal if they were forced to leave the island. A Maltese cross carved into a tree would mean they were under attack, but there was no cross. Only the cryptic message. White was convinced the colonists had moved to Croatoan Island, home to a friendly Native American tribe. He planned to search for them, but a storm forced his ship back to England. He was never able to return. The fate of the Roanoke colonists has remained a mystery ever since. Did they relocate to Croatoan Island as planned? Were they absorbed into a native tribe? Or did something more sinister happen? Theories abound, ranging from disease and starvation to attacks by hostile tribes. Some speculate that the colonists fell victim to the harsh conditions of the New World. Others point to evidence of conflict with native tribes. But without concrete evidence, their disappearance remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in American history. The word Croatoan has haunted historians for centuries. Croatoan Island, now known as Hatteras Island, was home to the Croatoan tribe. The colonists had established friendly relations with them. It was their designated meeting place in case of emergency. The absence of the distress signal suggests a planned departure. But why leave no further trace? Did they assimilate into the tribe, abandoning their English identities? Or did something happen on Croatoan Island, erasing their presence entirely? Section 6. A mystery endures. The mystery of Roanoke continues to fascinate and frustrate historians. The lack of definitive answers has fueled speculation and debate for centuries. Was their disappearance a tragic accident, a calculated act of survival, or a sinister event lost to time? Theories range from the plausible to the outlandish, reflecting the enduring power of the unknown. Each new piece of evidence unearthed adds another layer to the puzzle, bringing us closer to understanding the colonists' fate. Section 7. Seeking answers in the earth. Archaeologists have searched for clues at the Roanoke site for decades. Excavations have unearthed fragments of pottery, tools, and other artifacts. These provide glimpses into the colonists' daily lives, but they offer little insight into their ultimate fate. Some discoveries, however, have fueled tantalizing new theories. DNA testing on skeletal remains found near Roanoke could reveal connections to the lost colonists. And analysis of tree rings might provide clues about the environmental conditions they faced. Section 8. The Legend of the Lumbee. One enduring theory connects the Roanoke colonists to the Lumbee tribe of North Carolina. The Lumbee, a Native American tribe with no clear origin story, have long claimed descent from the lost colonists. Oral histories passed down through generations speak of fair-skinned ancestors who joined the tribe. While DNA evidence has been inconclusive, the Lumbee's connection to the colonists remains a powerful testament to the enduring legacy of Roanoke. Their story suggests that at least some colonists may have survived, integrating into native communities. Section 9. A mystery for the ages. The Lost Colony of Roanoke stands as a haunting reminder of the fragility of early colonial life. Established in 1587, this settlement was one of the first attempts by the English to establish a permanent colony in the New World. Led by John White, the group of 115 settlers faced numerous challenges from the outset, including harsh weather, limited supplies, and tense relations with local Native American tribes. It is a story of ambition, hardship, and ultimately mystery. The settlers' determination to carve out a new life in an unknown land is a testament to human resilience. They built homes, cultivated the land, and tried to establish a community despite the odds stacked against them. The colonists' disappearance is a stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of the past, where entire communities could vanish, leaving behind more questions than answers. When John White returned to Roanoke Island in 1590, after a supply trip to England, he found the settlement deserted. The only clue was the word Croatoan carved into a post, suggesting they might have moved to Croatoan Island, now known as Hatteras Island. The search for answers continues. Over the centuries, numerous theories have emerged about the fate of the lost colony. Some suggest the settlers assimilated with local tribes, while others propose they perished due to disease, starvation, or conflict. Modern archaeology and historical research have provided tantalizing hints, but no definitive answers. Each new discovery, each new theory, brings us closer to unraveling the enigma of Roanoke. From the analysis of artifacts to the study of historical records, researchers are piecing together the puzzle bit by bit. Recent findings, such as European artifacts found in Native American sites, suggest a complex interaction between the settlers and indigenous peoples. But perhaps the true power of this story lies in its enduring mystery, reminding us that some secrets the past may never fully relinquish. The tale of the lost colony of Roanoke continues to captivate our imagination, a poignant symbol of the unknown and the unknowable. It serves as a reminder of the challenges faced by early settlers and the enduring quest for understanding our history.